So today we're going to be talking about 8 easy ways to save some cash. Coming up next. Hi everybody, my name is Dee Burks and this is Retirement Rescue, where we talk about how to make money, save money, and have a great retirement. Well, one of the things that people focus on a lot these days is trying to save some money or save some cash, save a little bit to pay things off, save a little bit to go on vacation to see the grands. And we all want to figure out the easiest way to save some money. So I put together 8 different ways you can save money that are easy. And we're going to focus on the easy part. And some of these ideas you've heard of, but somehow when we get to retirement, we either forget about them or just don't do them. So let's talk about the first easy way to save money. Do you remember when your dad used to come home and he would dump his change into a jar at the end of the day? Maybe some of you had the big 5-gallon water bottles that your parents dumped change into to save for vacation or a rainy day. You can do the same thing today. No one likes to handle change these days. Nobody. And so it's easy to put your change into a jar at the end of the day. You don't carry it around and it adds up quickly. It's amazing, in fact. One of the other things you can also do that my grandmother used to do is when she would get to the end of the week, she would look through her billfold. She almost always had less than 5 ones in her billfold. But if she had ones, she would roll them up and put them in a mason jar. And she was able to pay for lots of things. Every time Christmas would come around, she would have money to buy the grandkids presents out of her little mason jar. It is amazing how very, very small actions, when done on a daily or weekly basis, can add up to big money. And these things that we kind of poo-poo, like saving our change or, putting dollars in a mason jar, guess what? They work. That's why our grandparents and parents did them. They worked. It's easy, it's mindless, it's something you can do kind of automatically without thinking, and it just builds. Number 2, a lot of banks these days have what they will call round-up services where you can save money. In other words, every time you make a purchase, they will round it up to the next dollar and put that in your savings automatically. Anything you can do that's automatic is good. Even if it seems like such a tiny amount, we forget how much we use our cards. And let me tell you, at the end of the month, it can really add up. And it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. Now, when we're talking about automatic, let's talk about number 3, which is automated savings. When we get out of work life, even if we've used automated savings before out of our paycheck or from one account to another every pay period or whatever, we forget to carry it over into retirement. Every time you get a Social Security check, a dividend payment, any kind of retirement payment that comes in, you can automate saving immediately out of that payment so you don't even see it. That's what makes it easy. When you're used to it not being there, you don't spend it. And it doesn't matter if that's $20, $50, $100, whatever it is that you feel like you can afford out of every single payment you get that's automated, you can automate those savings. And don't forget to do that. Just because you're in retirement doesn't mean you shouldn't take advantage of that. Number 4, and some of y'all aren't going to like this, but batch cooking. I know when you get into retirement, cooking can become a real chore, especially if you're 1 person or 2 people. You tend to eat out a lot. Well, obviously that costs a lot of money. Even if DoorDash is bringing it to your door, it costs a lot of money. And learning to batch cook and put things in your freezer and have ready-made meals that are homemade and much less expensive saves you a lot of money. Groceries is one of the biggest expenses we all have at every stage of life, but it includes retirement as well. We all have to eat, and groceries aren't getting cheaper. So being able to batch cook, even if you only do it once a month or only on certain things like soups or chilies or something like that, having those things at your fingertips keeps you from spending money on convenience groceries or eating out. And it can save you a lot of money. So batch cooking is always going to be a great way to save money no matter what your stage of life. Number 5, pay attention to sales. I just did 2 videos, one on groceries and one on home goods, on when during the year they run the deepest discounted sales for various items. And I'll link both of those videos below in the description. Saving 30, 40, 50% or more on some purchases, especially big ticket items, is a huge deal. So plan ahead. A little bit of planning can mean big dollars in your bank account just because you're catching the right sales. And that leads to number 6. Stay out of the stores. Stay offline. Stop shopping. When we get to retirement or semi-retirement, we just generally don't consume that much anymore. We don't need that many items. So make a conscious effort to shop less frequently. If your habit is to go to the store a couple times a week, go once a week. If you already go once a week, try going just twice a month. The fewer shopping trips you have, the fewer opportunities for impulse buys. Reducing those opportunities to spend money you don't really need to spend can be a great money saver. And it's something you train yourself to do and something you plan for. Number 7, use your discounts, y'all. I did a video not too long ago, and I'll link it below too, on unique discounts for over 55. There are a lot of discounts you can get, whether you're doing entertainment, traveling, whether it's for groceries, anything. There are a lot of discounts. So be sure and get your discounts. Reducing all of your costs by even as much as 10% across the board can be huge in the long run. And it saves you so much money, and it's easy. Those discounts are right there for you to take advantage of. You just have to do it. And number 8, and this is especially true with the holiday season coming up, entertain at home. Do things at home. Have everybody bring something. Stop trying to be Martha Stewart and plan a big party and entertain the whole neighborhood. Let everybody join in. Delegate those responsibilities. Delegate that cost. Let everybody bring things, even to family functions. Have everybody bring something. Let them contribute. You don't have to foot the bill to feed the whole family. You don't have to do all the things either. Entertain at home, enjoy being at home, and you'll save a lot of money and probably have a way better time. Now, these are just a few easy ways you can save some cash and get yourself started to building a decent savings account. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.